everybody. Welcome to the WTHA Talk Show podcast thingy. I'm your host, DG Slade, and here with me is the one, the only Byron.
Hey y'all, what's up?
Yay!
What's up? Hope y'all are doing
So,
well today.
today we're going over that Game Awards, all the
Yes.
announcements, and the awards in particular. So,
Mhm.
why don't we go ahead and start off with the awards overall? Man, was that shit rigged or what?
You say that. I'm highly doubtful. IMO, but
That it
that
was
that
rigged?
yes.
Nah, man, Naughty Dog was feeding them so much fucking money under the table. There's no way they won all those awards. There's just no fucking way.
Nah. I
So,
disagree.
all right, let's get into some specifics. Obviously, The Last of Us Part 2 won Game of the Year.
Oh, you
I
okay,
don't
yeah.
think
It did.
I don't
Yeah.
think either of us are particularly surprised by that.
No, I believe I was the one who said, yeah, Last of Us 2 is probably going to win.
Yeah,
You might have as well, Slade, but I'm not
I
sure.
did, 'cause I said I was gonna go one of two ways. They were
Mhm.
either gonna give it to The Last of Us Part 2 to kind of validate
Mhm.
their review scores,
Mhm.
or that they were gonna give it to the game that actually deserved it, and they wanted to validate the review scores instead. So,
Yeah.
I'm not surprised. It sucks, but I'm not surprised. It kinda is what it is.
Mhm.
Um, Honestly, some of the other games did a lot better than I thought they were gonna do. Like, for example, Hades actually ran away with the other two categories it was part of because it also won Best Action Game. What'd you think of that?
I was a little surprised, considering I thought Doom was gonna win, because that's definitely like an
Yeah,
action styled game. But
I mean, Hades is also like clearly like hardcore action game as well. So like,
yeah,
doesn't really surprise me as much as I thought it would. But I
hmm
definitely thought that was something Doom was going to win.
yeah,
So that was a pleasant
hmm
surprise. Hades definitely got
hmm
some very good representation,
well,
and
well, the other award it won was not a surprise because indie game of
it
the
was the
year.
indie game
Like,
one. Yeah.
if a general rule of thumb to follow is if an indie game is nominated for game of the year for the Game Awards, it's gonna win indie game of the year. Like,
Oh yeah, hands
without
down. I
without
think that was pretty
contest.
obvious.
Yeah. So
But
one
yeah,
thing I was surprised at: Fall Guys winning Best Community Support. That
yeah.
absolutely shocked the hell out of me.
We talked pretty exclusively about Bungie with Destiny 2 and oh, what's the company that makes No Man's Sky?
Hello Games.
Hello Games. Yeah, so we
Yeah.
talked about those two companies pretty extensively
Yeah.
in the community support, whereas we kind of just mean that Fall Guys is just their guy on Twitter or whatever. But maybe that's all you need, is just a meme
I
guy on
guess.
Twitter.
Well,
Like,
speaking of surprises in Hello Games, Mr. Sean Murray was really surprised his game won Best Ongoing Game.
oh yeah. And I know we said Destiny 2, but it doesn't really surprise me that No Man's Sky won Best Ongoing Game just
No,
because
no.
of how they revamped that game from the ground up
Oh,
and whatnot.
absolutely. That game is like
So that definitely made
saved.
a lot of sense. That was my second game, if I recall correctly,
Yeah, I believe we
in the
both
race.
said it was going to be either like Destiny 2 or No Man's Sky.
Yeah, so some of the things played out how we were expecting. Best RPG was Final Fantasy VII Remake. Nobody was terribly surprised. Final Fantasy VII Remake also went home with the best music soundtrack, which
Makes
Byron, I
sense.
think you predicted that.
Yes, I did. And
Yes.
I was right on
So
that one. I knew that for sure.
yeah, that wasn't terribly surprising. What did I pick? Did I pick Hades?
I think you might have picked Hades.
Yeah, but I
Mhm.
mean, either way, that the Final Fantasy VII soundtrack, it's absolutely godlike. Then they fucking added a bunch of new tracks, and then they remixed a lot of the older tracks on top of that. It's just so good,
Mhm.
so 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 good.
Best sim and strategy. Not surprised. The only sim game won it.
Yeah, I said it looked like you were right. They did try to fit Microsoft Flight Simulator
Like,
into a category just to talk about it.
yeah, because like,
So obviously, why not give it the award while you're at it,
yeah,
right?
because
But
like
I
the
said
other,
I didn't know enough about that category to like
Mhm.
comment on it.
well, because the other 4 games are strategy games, and then you have Microsoft Flight Sim. Like what? Uh,
And
yeah. So
then Among Us won both of the categories it was in for
not
best multiplayer and best
surprised.
mobile game.
Not surprised at that.
See, I picked both. I picked Among Us in both,
Hmm.
so I'm not surprised at all.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I thought that was really interesting as well.
Yep.
But then it kind of just became I'm not going to say shit show, but
Hmm.
they proceeded to give fucking The Last of Us Part
Hmm.
2 literally everything
Oh,
else.
oh, before you rant on the Last of Us Part 2, I do have to give a special mention to an award that was given out on the pre-show for the best esports athlete, because the presenter for that award is famed sports commentator Stephen A. Smith.
Oh, yeah,
And
that's
he
right.
fucking roasted the Dallas Cowboys.
If anybody watches First Take, you already know that that's pretty much what Stephen A. Smith is really known for. He's a Cowboys hater. Really, it's not the Cowboys he hates. He just hates Dallas fans, which I'm with him on that. Like, fuck Dallas fans. But
But like, I was surprised to see him there
yeah,
at
as in
all.
that was definitely somebody I was not expecting to show up. I was pretty caught off guard by that.
Yeah.
But anyways, back to The Last of Us Part 2. So I just think it's absolutely crazy that they won almost all the awards they were categorized in. I think they won 7 out of the 11 awards. It was like Pardon
Yeah,
or something like
7
that.
out
Buddy.
of 11 of the awards, about 63% of the awards it
Yeah,
was nominated
so
for.
they were running away with things. And some of the awards, like obviously, I'm not surprised. Like you were saying, best accessibility for accessibility options. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
they definitely deserve that.
Yeah, best
And then
narrative.
we knew it was going to win best narrative regardless.
Mhm.
Also made a lot of sense for that. But
Yeah.
then it won best audio design, which yeah, I don't know about that one, but
Mhm.
okay, sure, we'll give it that.
Yeah.
What else did it win, Byron?
What else did it win? I'm actually on the website right now. It won best game direction,
Oh
and
yeah,
you
that's the
have
one I
a
want to
bit
ask
to
about.
say about this one, so
So
I'll let you go.
best game
I'll let you go
direction,
on that one.
and I know a lot of people have kind of brought this up on Twitter and whatnot, and I'm kind of with them. I think a company that forces their employees to crunch to get a game out or develop it or whatever don't deserve to even be nominated for best game direction, let alone fucking win the award. Especially considering one of its competitors in Hades had forced mandatory time off for employees and was like constantly like putting out, worker friendly policies and whatnot. I just don't really understand how that kind of behavior isn't rewarded, whereas forcing crunch on people is. But
Slade, the award isn't. It's awarded for outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design.
yeah, I guess. But here, even then, The Last of Us Part Two didn't do anything unique. Like all
Yeah.
they did was fucking develop a narrative-based game with the same fucking combat that the first one had, without anything remotely new or original or anything like that.
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
don't see how something like that should win the award. I'm sorry. I thought Hades should have won that award, or Half-Life Alyx, or literally any other game in that category.
Uh,
I'm sorry. I think that's the one award I could definitively put my foot down and say no, it should not have won this one.
that's
I
fair.
think that's
That's fair.
ridiculous.
So there are 2 awards that we did not cover in our predictions. First off, I wrongly assumed there was not going to be a Player's Voice Award. There was.
Oh yeah, that's right. And then Ghost of Tsushima won that.
Mhm.
Because I think when we did the recording, they hadn't announced that they were doing one.
Yes, I had put that in the description of the video. That note, this was recorded before the Player's Voice
Yeah,
Award was announced.
yeah. So
Mhm. And the other one was most anticipated game, which was revealed the night of the show, and the nominees were Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Halo Infinite, Horizon Forbidden West, Resident Evil Village, and Breath of the Wild 2.
Which one was that, by the way?
What one?
Yeah, what won that
Yeah,
one? 'Cause I
so
didn't actually see that.
Elden Ring hilariously
Elden
won.
Ring.
Yeah,
That's
that is the
interesting.
FromSoft game in collaboration with George R.R. Martin, the man behind Game of Thrones.
How do they decide that anyway? Is it like the journalists vote
I
for that?
assume that it was like the media voted on that one.
Yeah, see, I don't know about that one.
Well,
I mean,
it's
like, Elden Ring is
FromSoft.
definitely going to be like an exciting title when it comes out and whatnot, but like,
Mhm.
you have big name heavy hitters on that list like Breath of the Wild 2, you have Halo
Mhm.
Infinite, you have Resident Evil Village, you have all those other like big name titles.
But From is a big developer, so
Yeah,
like I get
is,
it.
but like, you're not going to sit here with a straight face and tell me that's more anticipated than any of those games I just named.
To some people,
Like,
maybe.
I don't know. I don't buy it. But
Yeah.
either way, good for them. I didn't even know that was an award. So
Yeah, that was an award given out partway through the main show.
right. So on to some of the game announcements, and we'll touch on the big one a little bit later. But
Okay.
I I heard that BioWare in particular is kind of like a lot of their employees are leaving and whatnot.
Yes.
But they had a very big presence at the Game Awards. They had, I think, the Dragon Age game,
Yes, that was shown off.
as well as the continuation of Mass Effect, and
Uh,
particularly the original Mass Effect
the
trilogy and not
massive
Andromeda.
well, both the Mass Effect and Dragon Age announcements, like we had already known about though prior.
Yeah, but I didn't think they were going to have such a big presence at the show
Okay,
and
well
whatnot.
that it wasn't really that big of a presence, honestly.
I mean, I think BioWare had like 2 announcements, whereas every other company had like 1 new announcement or something.
Yeah, but
Yeah. I said I was pretty surprised to see 2 BioWare games getting announced. That's all I was saying.
oh, that's fair. So, in a funny announcement, if you own Overcooked All You Can Eat, the PS5 and Series X/S editions, you get a free Swedish Chef character DLC.
Yeah, that was pretty cool, right?
Yeah, because last year, at the Game Awards, they had the Beaker Muppet in Untitled Goose Game, and I thought, oh, there's gonna be like some weird Muppet mission DLC. Guess not. So I guess the Muppets don't get an Untitled Goose Game, but they do get into Overcooked.
I wonder if that's going to be like a continuing trend
I
for
I, I assume so at this
games
point.
and Muppets and whatnot. Like
Yeah.
fucking next year, you see Elmo in Hades or something.
No, Slade. That is those two things are the like you couldn't get two more distinct things than Elmo and Hades.
Yeah, that's why I said it.
Oh god. Jesus Christ.
So yeah, I said that was pretty interesting. What else got announced? I saw that they had some ads for stuff that were already out. Like they did the Fighters Pass, and then they also did Microsoft Flight Simulator. They did an ad for that.
Microsoft Flight Simulator was a new announcement. It is coming to the consoles in the summer.
Yeah,
So, like that's kind of an important announcement.
yeah, that was pretty cool. And then, gosh, what else did they announce?
This will be my segment. Fall Guys Season 3 was shown off a little more. I don't like that it was a cut scene trailer, like a CG trailer. Not the biggest fan of that, but it's whatever. Fall Guys Season 3, it is starting on the 15th. So in about 3 days from now when we are recording this. I'm kind of hyped. There's supposedly 7 new levels. 30 new costumes, and of course it's going to be winter themed, which I am scared of because someone's going to grab me and just shove me off the map, and I'm going to slide off the map because, probably ice physics. Lol.
Oh boy, I can't wait for ice physics in my battle royale game.
Yeah, if you want to see me play that, twitch.tv/the_Byron. for that cheap plug right there.
Yeah, we're plugging now. All right, I see it. I guess while we're talking about, expansions for games, why don't we talk about the airship for Among Us?
Oh
That looks
yes.
like that's gonna be a lot of fun
I
because
I
it has,
think
like, the 2 levels.
I think its problem is gonna be it's way too fucking big.
Well, you
I
saw that there's 15 playable
even
character people at the same
even
time.
with that, I still think it's gonna be a big problem.
Uh, we'll see. I think if they do it well, there being 15 people won't be or it being as big as it is won't be necessarily a problem
I still
per
think it
se.
will be a bit of a problem, but I am looking forward to at least trying out the new map
Oh,
in
yeah.
early
I just like
2021.
the idea that, like, they're adding new kill animations based off costumes. Like, did you see the guy pull off his, like, monocle and then, like, a laser being fired out of
Yes,
his
yes,
eye?
I kind of popped to use a pro wrestling term. I kind of popped for that one.
Yeah, because I was sitting there like, "Oh, man, I'm so glad they're adding kill animations." Because like, you see, like, a lot of the YouTubers, they started doing their own fucking animations.
I actually haven't seen that.
Yeah, so if you watch, like, some YouTubers and whatnot, a lot of them are making custom animations for their own videos.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, and I think that kinda got the point across that, people want more kill animations, like, that's something that they should be expanding on.
Yeah.
So, I'm glad this seems that they picked up on that.
Mhm.
So,
So,
that's gonna be
yeah,
extremely fun.
yeah.
Byron, what else got announced while we were
So in other expansion slash DLC news, Cyberpunk, there is going to be a Cyberpunk vehicle DLC for Forza Horizon 4. That is out
Oh, yeah, I
now.
saw that.
Yeah, that's out now.
I mean, we're not gonna get into Cyberpunk too much on here.
Mhm.
It's just really unfortunate that the release isn't going as swimmingly as planned for
Yeah,
them.
yeah. Oh,
But it's interesting that, like, they're putting their vehicles in other games and
that makes
whatnot.
sense.
Yeah, I guess it does. I just think it's, like, a really interesting
Yeah.
approach to getting their name out there.
Hmm. Oh,
But, yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
oh boy.
You know what? I didn't see who won best sports game, Byron?
Uh, it's pretty obvious who won best sports game.
Yeah, it was
The
Tony Hawk, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, I
Speaking.
thought
Yeah.
so, but, like, I needed to hear it
Yeah.
because, like, what if they picked, like, FIFA or
No,
something? I'm
there's
like,
no
"Oh
way.
god."
Also
Yeah,
speaking.
there's no way.
Yeah.
There's no
Also
way.
speaking of '90s. There's gonna be a new Perfect Dark from the Initiative.
Ooh, yes. Oh, I'm excited
Ah.
for that. Is that
Yes.
Xbox exclusive or is that multi-plat?
Well, it's gonna be on like Xbox and like Steam because Microsoft releases a
Okay,
lot of their
okay.
stuff on
I'm really
Steam.
excited for that though,
Uh,
because
I want to see more, but like as of right now, the fact there's gonna be a new Perfect Dark, like that
and
excites
I heard the
me.
last one they released wasn't so good,
Oh
so
God, and yeah, it was a launch game for the 360, and like,
fingers
ooh.
crossed. I'm, like, really hopeful that this is a return to form in the modern day and age, like,
Mhm.
I can't wait to play Perfect Dark, like,
Yeah.
oh, that's gonna be exciting. So, okay, what else? What
Oh,
else?
oh God, what's his name? The the dude who said "fuck the Oscars" at the 2017 Game Awards.
Oh, the guy who made the, game where you play as the 2 guys
Yeah,
and
A
whatnot,
Way
it's
Out.
like a
Yeah,
co-op
his
game.
new game was
A
announced.
Way Out?
Yeah, It Takes Two is
It
his
Takes
new game.
2.
It's kind of like A Way Out in the fact that it is a multiplayer. It's like a two-player game. It
Right?
it looks really fucking cool because
I
it.
love the fact that he's running away with the two-player, single player-like concept for games. I think that is something that hasn't been tapped into enough,
Oh,
and I'm
absolutely.
really excited to give that a try, 'cause A Way Out was really good.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks. I don't know how to describe the look of the game. It looks. I kind of want to say Tim Burton-esque, but I don't think that's the right descriptor for it. But it certainly looks. It doesn't look like any other game out today, for sure. So
I said I can't wait to give that a
yeah.
shot.
Super Meat Boy Forever has a release date now.
Oh,
The
yeah? What's the release date?
it'll be coming out the day before Christmas Eve.
So
On the
December
Epic Game
23rd.
Store. On the Epic Game Store. No release.
Epic Game Store exclusive?
For now.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is. It's whatever. I'm
Right.
still looking forward to it at some point because it looks like it's gonna be a good game.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure.
Arc 2 got revealed.
Arc 2.
Yes, Arc 2. And at the beginning of the trailer, there was this bald dude. I'm like, is that Vin Diesel? And then it turned out, yes, it's Vin Diesel.
Oh, I think Cyberpunk started a trend.
Yep.
They're gonna start putting actors in hella video games. I did see Vin Diesel was popping in something. I didn't realize it was Arc 2. So that's really interesting.
Yeah, so there's Arc 2 game, and apparently in 2022 there's going to be an Arc animated series.
An animated series, huh?
Yeah, and of course Vin Diesel's going to be in the animated series.
Right. So I know Nintendo dropped an Indie World in the middle of the Game Awards as well, but wasn't that shit that was already on Switch?
I don't think they dropped an Indie World this year.
No. During the Game Awards, they played an Indie World. It was an ad, and it showed off a bunch of indies on Nintendo Switch.
I don't remember seeing an ad like that.
Yeah, but like I'm pretty sure all the games they showed were already out and on Switch because they showed Ori and the Will of the Wisp. They showed Hades. They showed I think they showed Untitled Goose Game. I'm pretty sure they showed off games that were like already on the Switch, and none of them are like waiting to come out.
I must not have seen that then.
Yeah, it was one of the ads.
Oh, so Capcom had a couple of announcements at this show.
Right. Go on.
So, first off, Ghost and Goblins Resurrection is coming out on February 25th of 2021.
Interesting.
At first, I thought it was a remake of Ghost and Goblins because I'm watching the trailer, and I'm like, oh, this looks like a remake of the first Ghost and Goblins. And then I see like there's this worm, and I'm like, okay, this is probably a brand new game.
Yeah.
And then the other Capcom announcement was Capcom Arcade Stadium, which will be a Switch exclusive thing.
Interesting. What's included with that game, Byron?
It's okay. So I'm going to use a game that I've played on my stream to describe what Capcom Arcade Stadium is like. 'Cause this is the closest thing I could think of. The closest thing I can think of is Pinball FX3 in its content delivery system. Like, you're going to be able to buy individual games. It's like a hub for Capcom arcade games.
Oh, okay.
The application
so you don't get them all when you buy the game. You just
you get the arcade stadium, and it comes with one game for free. I don't remember what that game is off the top of my head at the moment. But yeah, it's kind of like Pinball FX3. You download the app, you get one thing for free, either a game or, in the case of Pinball FX3, a table, and then you just buy other games or packs of tables for like cheap.
I see.
Yeah.
That's kind of interesting.
Yeah, so that's like the closest comparison I could make.
Right. Okay. So, are we missing anything else, Byron?
Oh, there was this interesting looking like 2D animal platformer beat 'em up called Fist, forged in Shadow Torch. It was a very interesting looking game. It kind of had like elements of a beat 'em up.
It's called Fist.
Yeah, Fist, forged in Shadow Torch. That will be coming in
Shadow Torch. Let's look that up real quick. I'm actually kind of curious.
Yeah, that will be coming out in spring of 2021. That's a game I'm definitely keeping my eye on because I'm like, I want to see more of this. It's looking interesting.
Forged in Shadow Torch.
Yeah.
Oh, that looks pretty interesting.
Yeah.
It's also on Steam too.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a Metroidvania.
Oh, that ruins it for me.
Oh.
I'm not a fan of Metroidvania. For those who don't know, I am not a fan of Metroidvanias. Nothing against them. It's just not my genre.
Oh my god.
But you're going to be in love with that.
Yeah. So this looks like some It looks like a bunny wearing power armor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so actually, Capcom had more announcements than you thought, because here's another Capcom announcement. Monster Hunter Rise got a release date.
I thought I already had one, but what
Uh,
was it?
March 26th, 2021, with a demo coming out in January.
Ah, interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe it didn't already have one. Maybe I'm wrong.
Hmm.
I thought it had one.
Oh, let's
It's
talk.
a Switch exclusive for right now, but we'll
Yes.
see if it stays that way.
I think it will, but who knows?
Yeah.
So, Fortnite.
Oh yeah, the Fortnite news. So last week we got Kratos in Fortnite.
Yes.
This week we got Master Chief.
And Daryl Dixon.
As well as those two characters from The Walking Dead.
Yes.
Which I've never played or seen The Walking Dead, so I wouldn't know.
And I was cringing at the like machinima style video they were doing with Ninja and Rooster Teeth.
Oh yeah, how Blood Gulch is a playable level.
Oh, also that. Yeah.
Yeah. I actually thought Blood Gulch being a playable level in Fortnite is actually really fucking cool. But
Yeah, that's kind of unique. You don't normally see like playable new levels for Fortnite.
Yeah. And I don't know. You said it was cringy. I actually thought it was kind of cool.
Well,
Well,
I'm not
kind
saying like the level itself was cringe. How they presented it was cringe with
Yeah,
the
you're saying the
Ninja
machinima was
and
cringy.
the
I'm saying it
Rooster
was kind
Teeth
of cool.
thing.
Yeah, I'm saying it was kind of cool. Fuck you.
Well, all right then. And the only other big thing was the Sony game Returnal, the space game where you're playing as like a middle-aged woman. That has a release date. That is coming out March 19th.
Interesting. March 19th. I'm gonna write that down.
Yeah.
All right.
There were a few other announcements of just like things have dates, like Near Replicant is coming out on April 23rd.
Right.
And some stuff that was like available now, like VR versions of games and stuff like that. But I'll let you take the lead on this one. The IMO biggest announcement.
The biggest announcement of the night, to absolutely nobody's surprise, is the reveal of the Smash Brothers character.
Yep.
And let me just say, I was not expecting that. Like, before the Game Awards, Byron and I had a little bit of a chat and whatnot. We were talking about, oh, who could the new Smasher possibly be? We're like, okay, well, it's probably going to be somebody to do with this year's Game Awards, right?
Yes.
So, I don't know. It might be Doom Guy for Doom Eternal or something. And, like, we were going over, like, some possibilities, you know.
Yeah, like
December 10th was also like Doom's anniversary for the original game or whatever.
And I had said,
and, you know, we were kind of like shooting some shit.
Yeah, and I had said like
not
Jonesy.
Once did we bring up Sephiroth from Final Fantasy VII.
Yep, that's the character.
And in retrospect, it seems so obvious.
I don't think it was so obvious.
Well, here's why this makes a lot of sense. Because number one, the Final Fantasy VII remake was up for Game of the Year this year.
That's true. That's true.
So that's one thing that like makes a lot of sense for it. Number two, Square Enix is planning to continue to release any either additions or like sequels to the Final Fantasy VII remake.
Yeah.
Because the story's not complete. There's going to be a part 2 and a part 3.
Yeah.
Hopefully they just do it all in a part 2, but we'll see.
Nah. Part 2 coming in like 2024.
Yeah. Or 2030 because we know how Square Enix delays games. And then then 3, what really makes this make a lot of sense is you're getting one of the most iconic villains in video gaming of all time. So when you think about video game villains and who are the most iconic, obviously you think Bowser, you think Ganondorf. You might also think Dr. Robotnik / Eggman from the Sonic series.
Yes.
But another name on that list that people don't bring up in Smash speculation was Sephiroth. Sephiroth is by far one of the most iconic villains.
Yeah.
And when you compare him to like other iconic villains like M. Bison or like Bowser, Ganondorf, and all them, those characters appear periodically in their games over and over and over again, right? Whereas Sephiroth has only one major appearance and then he's been in, play him on the Dissidia games, and he was in Advent Children, but he's really only had one major video game appearance,
Yeah.
and that was in the original Final Fantasy VII. So seeing him in Smash Brothers is like super surreal, and like I'm really excited. I can't wait to play as him. Obviously, this is a little bit of a
Oh
double-edged
yes.
sword.
Oh yes.
So for people who don't know me, my favorite video game character of all time is actually Gino from Super Mario RPG. So getting Sephiroth really kind of pretty much curb stomps any hopes and dreams I might have had for Gino. But
Yep.
I'm okay with this because number one, Sephiroth is hype as shit. Can't really argue that. He's one of the best villains of all time. Super excited to give him a shot, all that. And then number two, I play mostly sword characters in Smash anyway, and Sephiroth's up my alley. So I can't argue with that. So all in all, 10 out of 10 from Nintendo. I think personally this is the best reveal trailer they've ever done. I don't know if Byron has any opinions on that, so why don't you go ahead, Byron? What do you think?
Well, first off, I want to say I keep seeing memes of like, oh, Seth Roth follows Cloud in every fucking game,
Yep.
and that trend continues, and I've enjoyed the memes. Some people will say, obviously, oh, it's another anime swordsman, which they wouldn't be wrong, but like, I'm just at this point, I'm like whatever to most characters in Smash now, because I'm like, I got Banjo-Kazooie. I was surprised they got in. And so at this point, I'm just like, eh. Throw
So
whatever,
for anybody
Nintendo.
who calls Sephiroth an anime swordsman, I just want you guys to know he's the anime swordsman.
Yeah,
Like
the
straight up,
anime
he's the
swordsman.
OG. No fucks.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want to hear anime swordsman. All the JRPG, protagonists and antagonists, they were inspired by Sephiroth. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to fucking hear it.
Yeah.
He's the anime swordsman. The anime swordsman.
Yeah,
Just straight up.
the
So,
anime swordsman.
as I said, I am extremely excited for Sephiroth. He's probably my favorite individual reveal in Ultimate so far. And I think from a trailer standpoint, it's the best cinematic trailer. I mean, they basically recreated the entirety of their fight in Advent Children, which I personally think is really, really cool. And like the fake out with Mario getting stabbed was like glorious. Honestly, I don't know when Mario's ever going to catch a break. I feel like he's died in like the last 2 or 3 trailers.
Nah, he's never catching a break.
It's like they could have stabbed Sonic or somebody, but nah.
Ah, Sega
I
would
just
be
thought that
mad,
was
man.
really interesting. Have you seen any of the memes where he's like stabbing other characters that didn't get revealed?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
so like I saw one with Crash. I was like, oh,
That
I'm
that
thinking of
that
Byron.
hurts my soul, but like, it's
Yeah,
whatever.
that's just crazy because whenever people think they have a read on, oh, Nintendo's gonna release this and this character because it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody ever has a read on what the fuck Sakurai is gonna do next. Like
Yeah, because I thought,
Sakurai does what Sakurai does.
they were gonna do Jonesy, for some reason.
And yeah, see, because we were convinced that like either Jonesy or Doom Guy would be revealed, but then Sakurai's like, nah, y'all getting Sephiroth.
Sephiroth.
And that presentation is coming out on the 17th, which I believe is next Thursday.
It is next Thursday. Yeah.
Yeah, next Thursday. So I'm definitely looking forward to that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also looking forward to the me costume portion because that's probably where we're gonna see Gino.
Yep. We will definitely be covering that on our next episode. So
Yep.
stay tuned
So
for that.
I'm definitely looking forward to that. We'll also go over some speculation for the next 3 characters, just because that's something that I personally really like to do. But
Mhm.
all in all, absolutely fantastic reveal. I don't think they could have revealed anybody better.
Yeah.
Or more hype. I mean, I'm sure that there are fans of Sora who are absolutely like fucking heartbroken or whatever. I mean, as a Geno stan, I sympathize, but at the same time, I think Sephiroth is just really cool. Makes a whole lot of sense. And I'm glad that we're finally going to get more than 2 Final Fantasy tracks.
No.
Now watch it only be like 2 more tracks and we only get 4.
Yeah, I was about to say, you're probably only gonna get 2 or 3 more because
Yeah, what if
Enix.
it's like the original One Winged Angel and then it's the Avon Children One Winged Angel and that's it? We
No,
don't
it's
get
it's gonna
anything
be
else?
those 2, and then actually, yeah, it's probably just gonna be those 2.
Yeah, that would be tragic. That would actually hurt a lot. A lot of people are speculating we might get some of the other Northern Crater tracks because that's the level where Sephiroth is coming with.
hmm
So it would make sense if we got like, Jin Nova and like some other Final Fantasy tracks.
Yeah,
Probably get some Final Fantasy VII remake soundtracks, but I think that's really optimistic.
yeah.
But as I said, I'm really hoping that this opens the door for a lot more Final Fantasy tracks because only having 2 in the first place was criminal.
Yeah.
Honestly, considering how great the music is in Final Fantasy VII.
Mhm.
And like, I'm hoping that with this being paid DLC, and you see the fact that like Fatal Fury got like what 30, we got like 50 something tracks or something like
Yeah,
that, Byron.
like a ridiculous
A
amount of
ridiculous amount of
tracks.
tracks came from SNK. Then
Yeah,
you got
yeah.
like fucking a minimum of 8 tracks with every other DLC fighter. Because even Hero got 8 tracks with them, right? And I think so did
Yeah, I'm
Joker.
pretty sure. Yeah.
I mean, Banjo also got 8 tracks.
Actually, I think Banjo got like 10, but I could be wrong on that.
Oh, they got 10? Yeah. So basically, anything less than 5 tracks, I'm going to be absolutely super massively disappointed.
Well, Slade, get ready for disappointment then, my guy.
No, I'm optimistic this time around. I think with this being, paid DLC, a lot of the people at Square Enix, and particularly the people who own the rights to all the music, are going to be a bit more willing to let their music be in Smash. In particular, because their music's already on like Spotify and like every other fucking platform.
Oh,
right?
yeah, I guess that's possible.
So I'm optimistic. I think the music situation in Final Fantasy VII is going to turn around. I could gush about Sephiroth all night. Like we could go over all like nice little Easter eggs in the trailer as well as
You could, yeah.
and we could talk about like Northern Crater, how it goes through all the phases of Bizarro Sephiroth fight. Like we could talk about that. Like we could talk about that.
That's something Slade will definitely get
But
more talking about
we'll
on
go ahead
next
and get
week's
away from
episode.
that now. Byron, is there anything else we need to go over, buddy?
Oh yeah, Laura Bailey did. Oh yeah, there were a few more awards I missed.
Oh yeah, we forgot about voice actor.
Yeah, Laura Bailey won.
Yeah, Laura Bailey was my prediction. I'm not surprised that she won that.
Yeah.
As I said, I felt like she absolutely slaughtered her role.
Mhm.
She's also the most recognizable voice actress on screen there.
Yeah.
She's been doing it for a long ass time. Also, the favorite voice actor for my favorite Fire Emblem character, Lucina. So, as I said, nobody's surprised. Nobody's surprised.
Animal Crossing obviously won Family Game. Like,
yeah. No surprise there.
Yep,
No surprise there.
No surprise there. Yeah.
I don't think Genshin Impact won any awards.
Yeah, that was kind of surprising to me. That Genshin won nothing.
In RPG, I knew the Final Fantasy VII remake was going to win. And then for mobile game, I knew Among Us.
Oh, best fighting game. Which I think was presented by 2 people who were
I thought Among Us won best mobile game.
No, I'm talking about fighting game.
News. Genshin Impact won best mobile game.
No, Among Us.
Yeah, I swear Among Us did.
Yeah, Among Us won, yeah. Best fighting game was obviously Mortal Kombat 11.
Information.
Yeah. Obviously, Slade, best fighting game was Mortal Kombat 11. Oh, I guess he went off.
No, Mortal Kombat 11 won best fighting.
Yep, because of course it did.
Yeah. You already knew my feelings on that. I went off about it.
Yeah,
pretty extensively.
Oh yeah, we forgot to mention Reggie, who usually has a speech at the Game Awards, did not this year. He was just the presenter for innovation and accessibility, which obviously Last of Us 2 won.
Yeah, and we didn't get a speech from him, which makes me really disappointed because I always love listening to Reggie.
Mm-hmm. Well, I expected Reggie not to give a speech this year, as we talked about in our
VR game was Half-Life Alyx,
which makes sense because that was the
no,
VR game everybody was like
really
raving
surprised there.
about.
Also, we were right. It was Among Us that won Best Mobile Game.
Yeah, I have it detailed in Genshin won
Yeah,
nothing, which surprises me.
Yeah, I think Matt was just confused. Let's see, what else did we miss? We didn't go over the esports stuff for best content creator, which we could.
We could, but like
I don't
we didn't really give predictions for that. Oh, I will say best esports game
for Impact. Hold on, games for Impact.
Oh,
because we just assumed Spiritfarer was going to win. It's actually won by Tell Me Why.
Kind of surprising. So,
well,
congrats to them. And
yeah, congrats to Tell Me Why.
Yep.
As I said, we didn't know anything about that category. We only heard of Spiritfarer, and that was it.
Yeah.
So
and LOL won best esports game, like I knew it would.
yeah. So I think 100%. That covers just about everything. I don't think we missed any awards.
Best debut game. Best debut game was Phasmophobia.
Oh yeah, and I predicted that. I thought Phasmophobia I did not.
I had predicted Carrion.
Yeah, well, the thing is, Phasmophobia was like hit the mainstream. It kind of really stuck with it.
Yeah,
like
that's also true. Yeah, that's
also why I thought Among Us won those 2 awards was for very similar reasons. So
yeah, that
didn't surprise me at all. It might surprise Byron, but
yeah,
it is what it is.
It is. It is what it is. So yeah, I think
that's about everything.
Yeah, we covered everything in under an hour, which is kind of surprising.
All right, so everybody, thanks for tuning in to Who the Hell Asked. I'm your host Slade with the one Byron, and y'all have a good day.
Yeah, we will see you next week for another episode. This time covering gaming news. Bye bye.
All right. Well, anyways, bye bye.